Well, I just got back from the grocery store, fake ass patriots. I went up there to check on some of them grocery prices. And I figured he'd been in that White House squatting for about 3 weeks now, that he probably got them grocery prices down again, because I know y'all was real upset about that. Y'all's number one priority right there, getting them grocery prices down. So I went on up there and started looking at them, y'all, and I hate to tell you this, but them grocery prices ain't come down none at all. I mean, if anything, they went up a little bit, And so I was disappointed about that. I was like, well, shoot, I mean, them people was so mad about them grocery prices that, that they wouldn't put a dictator there squatting up in the White House, So I went on back home. I was like, well, surely he's been in there for 3 weeks. He's done something about it. It must be in them executive orders that he's done there, all them executive orders that he's done. So I went to looking through them, got up on the DuckDuckGo machine there and the Googles, and I started looking at them, y'all, and ain't not a one of those executive orders doing anything about them grocery prices, And I got to thinking, it may be because he don't even really understand the word groceries. It's new to him. Remember, he said that groceries, that nobody uses that word, but I could see that, being born with a silver spoon in his mouth and all that. He's just never used that word, and he's never stepped foot in a grocery store. So anyway, I got digging through some of the executive orders. Not one of them's addressing those grocery prices, y'all. I mean, they doing a whole bunch of fake wars against some wokeness and some DEIs and stuff like that. I know that makes y'all happy. Just things that's just going to tick off Democrats is what he's doing, because that's top priority for y'all. It's just making some Democrats mad. That's really what it's all about right there, because you're shallow and stupid. So anyway, none of those executive orders is doing anything about them grocery prices, So I was like, well, it must be the House of Representatives then. That's what it is. They're doing it because Republicans are in charge of that House of Representatives, and that's where that legislation comes from. Like Schoolhouse Rock teaches, I'm just a bill. Yes, I'm only a bill, and I'm sitting here on Capitol Hill. So I'm like, well, that's where that legislation comes from, is from them Republicans there that run that House of Representatives. So I started digging through all that. Not one area of them bills they got right there is addressing grocery prices. Not a single one of them, y'all. None of them. Now, they got some bills in there that's doing things like trying to give $5 trillion worth of our tax dollars to billionaires. They got them in there, and they got some bills trying to take away our Social Securities and our Medicares and our Medicaids and our food stamps and all that stuff. Got nothing on lowering those grocery prices. Not a single one of them in there. Now, they do got this one interesting one in there, this HR 26, their House Resolution 26. Now, what that does is it tries to make Antifas, them Antifas people, deems them as a terrorist organization, is what it does right there. And I'm like, oh no, that's a whole lot of people right there, making them all terrorists, y'all. And I was like, well, I need to look into this and find out, where do these people sign up for this Antifa thing, Must be a lot of them in there if they're a bunch of terrorists, So I was like, well, let me look into it. I got up there on the DuckDuckGo machines, y'all, and the Googles, y'all. I did use the Google, and I got in there and I was looking for a place to sign up. Couldn't find nothing, y'all. Ain't not a sign up sheet or a website nowhere to be found there for signing up for some Antifas, So I got to look into it a little more. You know what it is? You ain't gonna believe this. It means anti-fascist. It's just, Antifa means I don't like fascists. It's kind of like anti-Nazis. I don't like me some Nazis either, So I'm anti-Nazi, I'm anti-fascist. I like Brussels sprouts, anti-Brussels sprout. That's all it is. Just, I don't like me some fascists. I ain't a sign-up sheet for it. It's a mindset. It's just a mindset. I don't like me some fascists. Well, turns out that everybody that went out there and fought in World War II and all, those was the OGs, the original gangster Antifas right there that don't like them some fascists. They went and hunted them down, some fascists and some Nazis, is what they did there. So what these Republicans are saying then is, all these people that gave their lives for this country that are buried out there in them cemeteries right now, terrorists. They think they're all terrorists right there. They think they're all them Antifas, the original Antifas, all terrorists, what they're saying. So, and more than half of America, because patriots are Antifa. All real American patriots, they Antifa is what they are. Anti-fascist. Don't like us some fascists, So anyway, that's what y'all voted for. That you're on the wrong side of history, and it's not going to reflect well on you in the future at all, because you are a bunch of fascists. And you're supporting Nazis. So anyway, they're trying to deem half of America as terrorists now with that HR 26 because, fascism. Anyway, I'm still concerned about them grocery, and I know y'all are too. I know y'all are real concerned. Y'all ain't said a damn thing about it, though, since that man's been squatting in the White House, and that seems awful peculiar to me. Inmate Trump.